Welcome to City Roundup, brought to you by the City of Pensacola, with your host, Saida Rosa. City Roundup is your one-stop shop for everything having to do with the City of Pensacola. And now, Saida.
Happy May, everyone. I'm your host, Saida Rosa with the City of Pensacola. This week, Mayor Robinson took a break from his regularly scheduled press conference, but he was still hard at work. He hosted a town hall meeting with Councilwoman Sherry Myers on Monday, April 29th.
Pedestrian safety is a priority. We actually are trying to get somebody in these streets, and I will say that much of that has been a priority for Sherry. The only problem that I have sometimes with Sherry is she wants a person to hire for environmental, which we do need, and a person to do another one for neighborhoods. So, it's going to be a case of hard times. That's why I'm getting upset. We're going to do all 54 things that are in the transition report. We're not going to do all 54 at one time. So we've got to do some prioritization, but I do think you're going to see that happen over time, and I know Sherry has been one of the biggest champions for that, and I appreciate the diligence she's had on.
If you're on social media, follow Mayor Robinson. Just search Pensacola Mayor on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The Pensacola International Airport celebrated an incredible milestone this month. Hosts Tonya, Vaden, and John Scanlon traveled to the airport to tell us about it. They also tell us about the Employee of the Month and let us know how to sign your kids up for summer camp. Those topics and more coming up right now on Our City News Show.
Welcome back to another episode of Our City News Show. I'm your host, John Scanlon.
And I'm Tonya Vaden, and we're at the Pensacola International Airport. March was a very busy month here. In fact, it was the busiest March on record. More than 191,000 passengers came through Pensacola International last month, which was an increase of 22% compared to the previous year. In March 2018, just shy of 157,000 passengers flew through here. Airport Director Dan Flynn says this significant increase proves that we are growing. Pensacola International offers 20 nonstop destinations from 6 commercial and regional airlines. We now have Frontier Airlines, an ultra-low-cost carrier, and new service to Philadelphia, Fort Lauderdale, and Newark this summer. We hope you will come fly with us.
We now have pedestrian safety improvements at the intersection of Main and Jefferson Street. Our Public Works Department installed a pedestrian sign with flashing lights at both signs on Main Street at Jefferson Street. This came at the direction of Mayor Robinson. He and the city administrator and assistant administrator tested out the new signage for themselves. The mayor said he is committed to looking for solutions that make Pensacola streets safe for all users.
We had a great event on Friday, April 26th to celebrate the opening of the new playground at Armstrong Park. Mayor Grover Robinson, Councilwoman Jewel Canada Wynn, and Parks and Recreation Director Brian Cooper helped cut the ribbon on the new equipment. The playground features climbers, slides, and interactive elements for all ages. This was the second of 5 playground installations the city has planned for the year. The 3 remaining are Parker Circle Park, Springdale Park, and Tierra Verde Park. Keep an ear out for when those will be going in.
Congratulations are in order for Nicholas Dodds of the Pensacola Fire Department. He was promoted from a lieutenant to a fire captain on April 22nd. We also want to congratulate firefighter Dudley Bickham on being named the Employee of the Month for April.
Well, we have a couple of upcoming events to tell you about. Summer is right around the corner, and if you are looking for something for your children to do, we have options. We host summer camps at our Cobb, Fricker, Gull Point, Vickery, and Woodland Heights resource centers. Camps offer field trips, outdoor fun, swimming, and more. Sign up at playpensacola.com. Mark your calendars for May 4th at 9 a.m. because there will be a Tippin Park fun ride. Grab your bike and do the 3.9-mile loop that visits Parker Circle Neighborhood Park before returning to Tippin Park. This loop was created by Bike Pensacola for Councilwoman Sherry Myers. You can learn more about the event at bikepensacola.com.
That's all we have for you on this episode of the City News Show. We thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.
Amy Workman proves that human resources can be fun. On this episode of City Spotlight, Amy gives us a behind-the-scenes look of her job and shows us her responsibilities that take her outside of the office.
Training and communication was what I was passionate about, and so when it finally came open, I applied. I've been with the city just over 4 years. Hi, I'm Amy Workman, and I'm the Recruiting and Training Manager for the City of Pensacola. So my job's a little bit of everything. I'm half recruiting and half training. So we handle all of the hiring and all of the promotional processes for the city of Pensacola. The other half of my job is training for the staff. Today we are participating in a promotional process for the fire department. We have firefighters who are trying to become lieutenants. So today is the driving portion of that promotional process. Distance from cones, 6.6 inches. We just walk around the course, make sure they don't hit the cones. They do a multiple of exercises. So we are just making sure that everything runs smoothly and everyone gets the same opportunity. I get to wear tennis shoes. I'm not behind my desk. And for me, the best part of any of the promotional processes, especially with our first responders, is you get to see what they do. And you really get to know them on an individual basis. You did really good. You know, not just at the city, but in general in organizations, HR is usually viewed as a place where you come if you're in trouble or if you have to handle paperwork or something. And for me, I just want my office and HR to be a place where people can come and not just for the bad things, but just to hang out or enjoy themselves.
For more episodes of City Spotlight and News Show, visit our YouTube channel. Search City of Pensacola. We'll be right back after this.
Natural gas homes are in demand. Here's what home builders have to say.
One of the major roles of us using the tankless water heaters and gas cooktops is because of trying to utilize energy efficient features in our homes. Without reservation, our owners that have moved into a home where we use this natural gas have always been happy that we've used this and very satisfied with the product.
Natural gas from Pensacola Energy, the clean, reliable, earth-friendly choice.
Heating water with electricity versus natural gas can cost twice as much, and tankless natural gas water heaters can add even more savings. So don't get soaked with higher energy costs. Learn more at PensacolaEnergy.com.
We now turn to our green tip of the week. Save the bees. Bees are vital to our ecosystem. They keep busy pollinating the plants we need to stay alive. So purchase organic honey to support natural beekeeping practices. The city is looking for great people to be a part of our team. This week's featured job is for a police records clerk. This is advanced and varied clerical work in the records division of the police department. Hurry, this position closes today. Apply online at PensacolaCityJobs.com. Some food for thought for your Friday. In this episode of Coastal Cooking Quick Bites, host John Scanlon from Pensacola Energy shows how to make Fish Delish using natural gas. He has two special guests, Mayor Robinson and Pensacola Energy Director Don Suarez.
On this episode of Coastal Cooking Presents Quick Bites, we're making Fish Delish with two very special guests. Stick around and find out how it's done.
Welcome to Coastal Cooking Quick Bites, brought to you by Pensacola Energy.
Hi, welcome to Coastal Cooking Presents Quick Bites. I'm your host, John Scanlon, and I'm joined in the kitchen by two very special guests. We have the Director of Pensacola Energy, Don Suarez, and the Mayor of Pensacola, Grover Robinson.
John, glad to be here with you today.
Absolutely, it's such a pleasure to have you on the show, both of y'all. I've been so excited to have it, to make this dish. This is from the Angus restaurant. It used to be on Scenic Highway. This is Fish Delish, and it's from our cookbook, the Fiesta Seafood Cookbook, with 25 years of history in it, from a lot of older restaurants that aren't with us anymore, and a lot of ones that are still around. And it's basically just a showcase of all the restaurants that have been at the Fiesta Seafood Grill. All the recipes are in there, and all the proceeds go to the Escambia Utility Assistance Program. So, Mr. Suarez, how do you make this dish?
Well, one fillet at a time. First, we'll put a little salt and pepper on there, and while we're doing that, Mayor, if you can put about half that butter in the pan.
All right.
And I believe it's heating up some, yep, so we should be good there. So this is, we start with salt and pepper to taste on the fillets, like so.
It's going to come off.
And I like a lot of pepper, so hopefully you do too, Mayor.
Yeah, that'd be good. I do like a lot of butter, so that's good.
Yeah, well, we'll hit the butter hard here in a minute.
And we got grouper fillets for this, but you can also use triggerfish or snapper. Or you've cooked this before, Mr. Suarez?
I did. I cooked it this weekend with a black drum that I caught, and it was delicious. All right, we got our salt and pepper there nicely, and then we'll put some some flour on here. Flour it up real good as that butter is melting. See if you can roll that pan around a little bit for us there, Mayor, and then we'll drop the filet in there.
Got the butter all over. We're looking good.
All right, let's see if we can get her cooking then. And then you want to brown the filet nicely. Make it as the filet cooks from the bottom, the meat itself starts to turn opaque, and you realize it's starting to turn nice and brown. And then we'll flip it over and cook it a little more. And at that time, we'll take the filet out and we'll prepare the crab meat, because this dish has crab meat on top of the cooked filet, and it's absolutely delicious.
Like I said, this is from the Angus, and unfortunately they're no longer in business. And they were located on Scenic Highway, and that used to be just a great little corridor of just fantastic restaurants. And it kind of went away for a while. I mean, we still have Jerry's Cajun Drive-In, the Scenic Diner. We have all these great restaurants, but now we have more coming. I mean, the old Hunan's is now a restaurant, and again, it's been such a great place where you can go get just delicious food any night of the week.
Well, East Pensacola Heights is a great neighborhood, and so there's a lot of good things happening there. Like you said, Calvert's come back from Hunan's. There are a few other things that are there, so we got a few. Tell me when we're ready to go.
I think we cook it a little longer yet.
Okay,
I think
all right.
Get it nice and brown on one side. Everybody likes to know their fish is done, I think.
That's what they always ask me about the sushi. I was like, I like to make sure my fish is it's dead. So we're going to make sure it's cooked fully here. But no, East Pensacola Heights is a great area. Angus certainly was a great restaurant that anchored that down for a long time, but now the CVS, but still a lot of things over there in East Pensacola Heights. It's amazing to see all the housing that's going up over there. So hopefully we're selling a lot of gas.
We're doing well
in those new houses, so that's good. And we certainly hope you've got your gas. It's always better to cook with that, so it's always good.
Absolutely. I have some great memories from that Angus restaurant, and I'm sure you do, since you grew up over that area.
Absolutely.
I know you do.
Absolutely. We always loved the Marina Oyster Barn that's right there, and as you said, Jerry's Drive-In, a lot of good East Pensacola Heights places to eat.
And Pensacola's had a lot of great Greek-influenced restaurants, and that was certainly one of them that we'll all miss for a long time. But you can enjoy it by taking advantage of this recipe.
Yeah, get the cookbook. It's kind of like they said, like when you were saying all those the artists when they die that becomes more valuable now that the restaurants are gone. Right. This book's the only way you can get the Fish Delish, so you need to be sure that you get the cookbook.
And you can get the cookbook at PensacolaEnergy.com, or you can give us a call at 850-474-5300 or 436-5050. And the book is $15, and all the proceeds do go to the Escambia Utility Assistance Program that helps the elderly and the disabled pay their utility bills.
I think we can turn it now there, Mayor.
All right.
If it's too big, I can help you with one here. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful.
There we go.
Oh, that's just right.
Yes, it is.
And now your wife, you're going to get my wife thinking I'm supposed to be cooking all the time.
Well, we all need a backup plan.
So if this comes out too good, I'm going to start having to cook a lot. So, I got to get it all chopped up beforehand. If you could chop it up for me, it'd be real easy. Then that'd be easy.
That's why I pick simple recipes.
I like it.
Not a lot of chopping to do.
I like it. Well, good. Well, that's good. Well, hopefully, if you're out there watching us, like I said, we hope you have natural gas from Pensacola Energy. So we certainly think that it's the best way to cook on. It helps you the best way, keep an even temperature and everything else. So
that's right.
We certainly like cooking with gas.
As we say in the gas industry, 9 out of 10 professional chefs cook with gas and prefer natural gas, and nobody can find the 10th. He's out of business apparently. So there's no doubt about it. It's the right way to go for professional cooking.
Well, good.
Okay, I think we're about there, Mayor. Why don't we put that right here?
All right. I'm getting hungry.
Yes, sir. Now,
all right, we have the grouper already fixed up and prepared. Now we just have to make the crab meat topping. What's the process with this?
Well, it's pretty simple, Mayor. If you'll put the rest of the butter in there for us.
All right, that's good.
And then we'll add a little bit of garlic. I always like to add the garlic in the hot butter to cook just a little bit, just a minute or two before we add the crab meat. We'll add, after the butter and the garlic, we'll add crab meat, dill, lemon juice, and mix that up good, and then we'll use that as a topping on top of the grilled, or rather the pan-fried, is it grouper or triggerfish?
This is grouper.
Grouper,
yes.
Okay. Well, it looks mighty good, that's for sure.
And it's from the looks of it, it's a pretty easy recipe, and a lot of the recipes in the cookbook are really simple. I'm not a chef by any means, and I've cooked multiple dishes, and like Mayor Robson was saying, my wife expects it a little more now, and I take a little bit of pride in it as well, because it does come out really easy, and it's a lot of simple dishes in there.
All right, that's looking good.
Garlics, yeah.
Yeah, man. Crab meat.
All right.
We'll stir that around a little bit, and I'll add some lemon juice.
All right.
And this is dill. You know, you can buy dill weed. I bought some at Winn-Dixie. I don't know what you use it for other than making pickles, but this certainly is one interesting use of it. It sounds kind of odd on type of fish, but as long as you don't use too much, it's delicious.
It smells
good. If you use too much, it's pickled fish.
Well, we're going to spread it around here.
Yeah, just stir it up real good there and get the crab meat good and coated with the butter mixture.
Tell you what, it's smelling good with garlic and dill and all the things we put in there, the crab.
Yeah. And you don't cook crab meat too long, so that will probably do it there, Mayor.
All right, pour it on top.
Let's spoon a little bit on top there. I'm afraid if we pour it, we may get too much there.
I mean, that's good right there. I was just going to put it all over it. I was going to smatter, cover, smother, all of it, but that looks good.
And I tell you, this is a rich dish, so you don't need a lot to go with it, but it is delicious. There we go. And that is Fish Delish. Excellent.
And again, you can get that out of the Fiesta Seafood Cookbook. Give us a call at Pensacola Energy at 436-5050. Order one today. Again, I want to thank Mr. Suarez for being on the show and Mayor Robinson. It is such a pleasure.
Pleasure to be here. So, Don, thank you for having me out here.
Appreciate you helping us cook today.
Absolutely. That's good. That's good. And always remember, get your gas, Pensacola Energy. So we want to show you good ways to cook.
Absolutely.
This has been Coastal Cooking Quick Bites, brought to you by Pensacola Energy.
That's all we have for this episode of City Roundup. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you same place, same time next week.
This has been City Roundup with Saida Rosa. City Roundup is the City of Pensacola's one-stop shop for everything having to do with Pensacola. Join us again each Friday at 8 a.m. for more of City Roundup.